and welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all well. I have had a lovely start to the new year. I went to go and see the Wicked film today. I've been meaning to see it since it came out, but I've only just got around to it, and oh my goodness, it was amazing. I am here with my completed pages for December. December kind of just flew by. And I think I got something like 12 pages, which, if you saw my kind of end of year reflection tag, that's about average for me. So we're just going to get right into it. I think I've got all the books here, and I've got my phone, which tells me what I coloured them with, etc., and whether I did buddy colours. So yeah, we will get on with it right now. So the first one is in Matchstick Mouse, a winter colouring book by Morgan O'Brien, and this was a buddy colour with Samantha Oswald 477 on Instagram, and she chose this amazing page from Matchstick Mouse Winter. And when she chose it, I was like, oh no. It wasn't one I think I would have chosen by myself. So I'm really glad she chose this picture. I felt really daunted by the owl, because I normally do my owls snowy, and I was like, oh, I don't know how to do it. And then I thought, no, I want to do a barn owl, because I like that there, like, heart-shaped face. And I'm really, really happy with the way this turned out. So this is coloured with Arteza Everblend alcohol markers, and then Arteza Expert over the top. There's some stickles in the snow. I don't know if you can pick that up a little bit. And some stickles in the snow on the bottom. And I kind of tried to reflect a bit of the purpley sky in the snow at the feet. I love the way this bandage turned out. I was really happy with that. I'll put Samantha's picture here, so you can see what hers was next to mine. Thank you very much for reaching out for a buddy colour for that one. I was really, really happy with the way that it turned out. So I think that's right. I'll say Everblend. There's Posca going over the white lines. And if you saw my end of year video, which I will tag up here, I used Shell's Colouring Journey tutorial to do my snow. And I've got lots of snow in this month's pictures. So that's my first one. It's from Matchstick Mouse, a winter colouring book. Then this one I think I completed on New Year's Day, or maybe New Year's Eve. I can't remember which. But this is from Gnomes in the Neighbourhood by Denise Klett. And I chose this wonderful page. I based the trees, the house, a bit of the snowman's hat, the chimney with Crayola Super Tips, and then I went in with shading with Black Widow pencils. The sky is alcohol marker, and this, look at that. That's how much bleed there was. Normally, on pages I do, the bleed is like, you can virtually see the picture to the other side, but the paper in this book's incredible. So that was alcohol marker, Arteza Everblend alcohol marker, some Posca in the sky to make some stars, and then I did put a bit of Cosmic Shimmer texture paste in the sky as well. Then the rest of the snow I did with Arteza, it was with Black Widow pencils actually, and the shading on the snowman's Black Widow pencils, and then I put some Cosmic Shimmer on the snow as well to give that a bit of shine, and that's about it. I didn't decide on this colour of the sky until it was probably the last thing that I did. I tend to do kind of pinky purpley skies with snowy background, but I didn't want to put another colour in, because I'd already gone for this orangey colour for the house, so I didn't want to put a pink and yellow. I knew, and I think at that point, by the time I'd finished everything else, I was like, I think I just want this to be a nighttime scene, so that's why I went for this really dark, I think it's called Peacock Blue. But I was really happy with the way this turned out, actually. I really love my little snowmen. They were super cute. And there was a stage with this where I was really hating it. And just I didn't like the colour I'd chosen for the house, but now I'm really happy with that. And it just suddenly just came together. I don't know what happened. It just suddenly worked for me, which made things easier. These little details on the doors, secure a jelly roll glaze. Yeah, I quite like the muted colour palette, and what I've not muted, limited colour palette. I think what I've noticed is I'm moving more and more towards that. I'm choosing the palette. I'm not choosing like any specific, you know, Sarah Renee cards or anything, but I'm kind of starting with a colour and going, okay, I just want to limit to those 5 and kind of going from there. So yeah, really happy with this in the end. I'm glad to have got another one done, Gnomes in the Neighbourhood. I think I've only done 3 in this book. Yeah, 3, maybe 4. 3. So that's my 3rd one in that book. Then we move to A Whimsy Girl's Christmas by Hannah Lynn. And I have loved this image from the moment I saw it. And I was very scared of doing it, but I absolutely love the way this has turned out. So this was based with, except for the skin on her, this was all based with Arteza Everblend alcohol markers. Then the hair and all the other shading is with Arteza Expert pencils. Then the skin is actually with Polychromos, and there's My Colourful Country Life has an amazing skin tutorial using different Polychromos colour combos, and there's one I'm really comfortable, really happy with, and this was a different one, and I did use a different one before and it didn't come out terribly well. This one I did, and it was a different one I don't normally do, and this paper doesn't like lots and lots of layering, and it gets, but this seemed to work and seemed to blend, and I absolutely love the way that this turned out. Again, I went for a limited colour palette. I didn't want to add too much additional colour. So yeah, the snow's done with Arteza Expert pencils. There's Posca. Then again, I added some was that Cosmic Shimmer? Yeah, Cosmic Shimmer texture paste, but a slightly different. It's got a peachy undertone rather than silver. Then there's some Pentel Jewel Hybrid on the little Christmas decorations, one in her hair. And then, yeah, I put some more stickles in the snow in the trees. But I love the way this turned out. I think she's seriously cute. I was really happy. Considering this was a page I totally loved. I was very scared about messing it up, but I'm very happy. So I think that's the 3rd one again in this book, so I can mark off, yeah, Reindeer Girl she's called. So I can mark that one off now. So I've done that one. So that's the 3rd one for me in that book. My daughter's done a few more, but I was happy to get another one done in there. Then we did the colour along with Lelia's colouring, is it Tease Colouring World? The joint one where they pick a page and you join in with it in this book. And we did this one. And I love the way this one turned out too. I did one very similar to this when I first got the book. This one. So it wasn't Alien. It's just a bigger version with a different wreath around it, I think. So I coloured this with Brute Funa squares. And I like using Brute Funa squares in this book. The background is TBC Silky Crayons. There's some Posca for the snow, and I put extra dots. I don't know if you can see those. I put some snow on the wreath, on the outer leaves, and then I added some stickles just on the corners here, and then on the snow at the bottom as well. And I really like the way that turned out. I was really happy. So thank you for picking that one. I'm getting a few more pages done in this book now. I need to count, because I do have Bookshelf now, the app. So I'm tracking how many pages I've done. When I get new books, I can put the start date in, that kind of thing. So that's really fun. But yeah, really enjoyed that. Looking forward to doing more in that book. Then I did one in Gnome Sweet Gnome, and I have a feeling this was left over from last year. Yes, it was. So I started this last Christmas and I didn't finish it because I was not happy with the way it was kind of going. It's not my best, but it's not awful. This was my first picture of the year where I tackled the snow. and I think my snow's got better as I've done more of it. Lots on here. Arteza Everblend alcohol markers, Arteza Expert pencils, Pentel Dual Hybrid, which is for the little ornaments on the tree. There's stickles on all like the snow. What else? Posca pen to black out the white lines. I love my pink sky in the background. So yeah, I wasn't overly pleased with it last year. I can't say it's my best, but I completed it. I went back and completed it, which was important to me. So yeah, that was another one done in that book. So that was Gnome Sweet Gnome by Theresa Goodrich. Then, have I got any more buddy colours? Did I do a Christmas now? Oh, okay. Then we move on to my group buddy colour, which is in Matchstick Mouse, a big adventure colouring book. So this is a group with Colouring Bumblebee, Geordie colours and Knick Knack colours. And I think, I can't remember who chose the page this month, but we did the Northern Lights page, this one, and I totally loved this page. It was daunting because of the Northern Lights, and I just didn't want to get them wrong. Limited colour palette again. I went for a similar blue that I put in the Gnomes in the Neighbourhood book. And yeah, so it's Arteza Everblend alcohol markers, Arteza Expert for shading. There's some Pentel Dual Hybrid on his little coat, on her little coat. This is a mixture, I think this is all CSY watercolour paints, which are just beautifully sparkly. Then I also put some Stickles glitter glue in the sky to make that even sparklier. And then the snow, I wanted to try and reflect some of the Northern Lights in the snow, which is where there's some pinks, a bit of green, a bit of purple. And then I put some stickles on the snow as well. So it's a very sparkly page, but I just love the green coat and the fluffiness I got on the coat. So I was really happy with this page when it came out. And I will put all three of their pictures in this frame so you can see them. So thank you, ladies. That was really fun. Really enjoyed that for December. Next one we're doing is this one. Again, I'm daunted by the monkey. I'm assuming it's a monkey. And that looks like snow. It could be that they're in a hot spring somewhere, but that looks like snow to me. Maybe they're in Iceland. I don't know, but this is daunting, doing a monkey. I don't quite know how to do it. Or is it a gorilla? I don't know what it is, but that's the one we're doing in January. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing more with you lovely ladies. Thank you very much for that one. That was Matchstick Mouse, a big adventure colouring book. Then we move to Johanna Basford's Christmas colouring book. I always like to try and do one of these for Christmas. And I did one that I've been putting off because it was super detailed, super scary. I was just like, oh. But it called to me for some reason this year, and it was this one. I'm not overly keen on the colour choices I made. I kind of limited it to 5 colours. But I don't really like it. Polychromos pencils is what I used. There's a lot of sparkle on it. That's all to say, really. I think it was purple, orange and teals were my main colours, with red, black and green. Yeah, it's not my favourite one of the month, but it's another one done in this book, and this book is filling up, which is really fabulous. And this book is a real kind of, it kind of shows that, I mean, oh, I've got a whip. I got another whip I didn't know about. It's a real mix of old and new colourings. I've had this book quite a long time. So this was all fine liners. Fine liners again. This was one I did a couple of years ago, so I was experimenting with watercolour paint in that one. This one I did one Christmas. That was with Black Widows. I cannot remember. Probably 2021. So this one's this year. This I did as a full colour along on the channel. That was last year. So it's a real mix of old and new. But that's quite nice because I only really get this book out at Christmas. So this was a Chris Cheng tutorial. So yeah, it's going to take a while to fill that one up, but it is getting there. And I did take one of the pictures out to give to my daughter, which was the polar bear one, which I really regret because I love that image. But anyway, that was from Johanna Basford's Christmas. Then I don't know what I did in this one. Oh, it's okay. Rita Berman's Mine Winter Spatsy Gang. I always like to try and do Rita Berman once a month, and I also like to try and do at least something in each of the season books. And so this was a buddy colour with Lucy Colours 2024. Just checking that. Yeah, so she's Lucy Colours 2024 on Instagram, and I believe she also has a YouTube channel, Lucy Colours 2024. Now, I started this page because I thought this is what we were buddy colouring. But it turns out, after I'd nearly completed this page, that it was actually this page we were meant to be doing a buddy colour on. So I was like, okay then, I'll just do it as a double page spread. So I finished this one first. I knew I wanted my Santa to be blue. I knew I didn't want it traditional red. So that's what I went for. Arteza Expert Pencils. Oh, yes, it was definitely that. Then I have some Calero Blue Pearl, which is on the sleeve of his jacket. And then for these swirls next to him. And on his bobble and on like the bit of his hat. Then there is some silver. I put liquid pearls in his beard. Then there's Pentel Dual Hybrid Chromatech glitter gel pens on the presents, and then the bubbles in the background. There's the Pentel Dual Hybrid. On this page, Arteza Expert pencils again. Lots of stickles on like the creamy decorations. Pentel Dual Hybrid on the presents. Yeah, Pentel Dual Hybrid everywhere pretty much. And then the background is TBC Silky Crayons, and I did that unified across the two. I actually quite like the way that it's turned out. It was just it was only meant to be one page, but actually I'm glad that I got a double done. I don't often choose to do a double page, and I haven't got that many done in this book, to be fair. So yeah, I'm happy to have got another couple done in this book, and I was happy with the way they turned out. So thank you, Lucy. I think we've got another one planned. I will put hers here as well. I think we've got another one planned, but in a different book. Then I got my Christmas Gnomes book out, another Teresa Goodridge, and this wasn't one I hadn't started last year, and I absolutely love this. I did this page. Again, I went for a limited colour palette. I knew I wanted lots of red and green. I knew I wanted this to be a red and green kind of patchwork quilt, and then I added a little bit of purple and a few extra bits to make them pop. Arteza Everblend alcohol markers, Arteza Expert, lots of Pentel Dual Hybrid, which you can see on this present here, on the presents. I did outline all the little lights with gold glitter gel pen, which I think is picking up, and the bells for the stocking. Then there are stickles in the snow outside and on the moon. Don't think it's picking that up, but I love this page. Totally love it. I've messed up the snowman. This is meant to be white, but he's kind of hiding a little bit behind the pillow. But I love it. I can't remember. I think that's a Chromatech glitter gel pen around the border. But I really love the way this one turned out. So happy with it. Similar kind of dark blue that I've used in other things. So yeah, really, really happy. And that's another one done in that book. I think I've got 3 done in here now. 2, 3. But again, it won't come out now till next Christmas. So it will take a while to fill up. So that was Christmas Gnomes. And then finally, we moved to A Million Christmas Cats. Now this was just an epic colour, really. And it is the 12 Days of Christmas page. Now, if you have this book, you will know that these 2 pages are white and each cat has a square around it. Well, it started with squares, and So I'll start with what happened. So I based it all with Crayola Super Tips. And I knew I wanted a grey cat and a ginger cat, and I knew I wanted that to be alternate over the page. We started off with the pink scarf, so I carried that pink through to many of the other different elements. Then I put the teal in here, so I carried that through, and we had a red, and we had a green for the leaves here. So that was primarily where I went with the colours. This dress here is actually the grey that I've used for the cats. So I knew that's kind of what I wanted in terms of the cats and a limited colour palette. Then I thought, oh, I'll make each of the squares a different colour. So I was going to do red, green, blah, blah, blah. But I started off doing that with pencil. And I was like, I'm not just sitting here and doing that with pencil. It's not going to look good for me because I know I'm rubbish at pencil backgrounds. And so I thought, right, I'm going to black it all out. So I blacked all of it out, and it took absolutely ages. And I then think, oh, I'll just make the squares gold. But that didn't work at all. So I completely blacked. You can maybe see the squares a little bit. I don't know. So I just thought, no, I'm just going to black it all out, and then I'm going to put some glitter on. So that's what I did. I used acrylic black paint, matte black paint, Deco Art, brilliant. Watered down a little bit because I didn't want loads of like brush marks. And then I put some cosmic, what's it called? Galaxy glitter, which I've got in green and I've got in pink. And I put that all around the page, kind of mixing it up. And I was actually really happy with the result, to be honest. And then each of the numbers is red and green, which is what I was going to do for the squares. I'm quite happy with the result. I think it looks quite cute. Not what I was expecting when I started the page. It went in a completely different direction. But I think it works. And I'm really happy to have got another couple of pages done in this book, because again, I've not done many. 3, maybe 4. So yeah, that is my completed pages for December. Lots of festive ones, lots of snow, but I really enjoyed it all. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. I will see you all in January. I think we're going to be doing a colour along in Small Victories. So I'll see what that might look like soon. Happy New Year, everyone. Bye.